Hey everyone, and welcome back to our DC Comics horror actual play series, The Return. Joe is not with us now. There's a chance they might pop in after the break, but they fucked their foot up pretty bad, so they're in a lot of pain, and I think on pain meds at the moment. So we'll play it by ear. But before we get into our episode tonight and get into our recap and all the horrible, wonderful stuff I have planned for this party, let's go around and do our introductions. And since he wasn't here last week, Matt, why don't you kick us off?
Hi, that's me. I'm Matt, also known as War Knight out there on the interwebs, and this wonderful evening, I have the honor and pleasure to play as the hero known as Code Red. Lawsuit pending.
Perfect. Ray.
Oh, hi. I'm Ray, otherwise known as the Ray Wild. I will be playing Genesis Adair or Reverie, pronouns she, they across the board. I'm scared.
You should be. Art.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ark or Arc Light Court, but tonight I am playing Aurelio Drago, Grimoire. The bad guy, kind of good guy. I'm fighting Daddy tonight.
Can we not start that right off the bat? The fuck?
Oh,
late.
it's gonna keep
No,
going
it's
all
too
night.
late.
Cress.
Hello, everyone. My name is Cress, pronouns they, them, and I have the lovely, lovely time of getting to play my favorite character so far I've ever made, the villain Roulette, who uses they, she pronouns. And yeah, she's gonna be fighting Mommy tonight.
And I love this for all of you.
I love it.
Mallory.
Hi, my name is Mallory, also known as Moxie, some places on the internet. Tonight I play McKinley Bennett, also known as Thornheart, and we both use they, she pronouns. I am not fighting mommy or daddy. I am instead of fighting someone that could quite possibly make me cry real tears on the stream. We're going to see what happens.
It'll be fine.
It'll be so good.
And of course, I am Paige. My pronouns are she, her, and I'll be playing everyone else and all these wonderful characters that our characters are locked in one-on-one situations with currently. But before we get to that, are you kind of just taking it over? Do you want to do the recap from last time?
I mean, yeah, sure. I can take care of that.
Hey, to be fair, I'll do the recaps for the X-Men game now, okay? We'll balance it out. I'll do it. I'll go take notes after this episode.
So last episode we picked up with ending up at Ferris airfield, hidden away, stashed away, protected from whatever this dark, evil, eldritch, older than time, probably energy, from affecting it, and got a message from what initially looked like a broken Green Lantern power battery from Kilowog, telling the other Lantern Corps members that they were facing down the big, evil, powerful energy entity being that is the Black Lanterns themselves, and that if they died, he would find a way to come back and beat them up for dying because they're supposed to win. It was during this time that we also realized that the current ongoing lawsuit with PepsiCo is not in their costume at all. It is literally an empty can at this point. And a few questions were raised, like how come he didn't show up? Well, maybe the only important thing is the suit, or maybe it was the suit that I grabbed and not him, because I deemed that intellectual property that Pepsi needed back during the whole lawsuit. Who knows? But some people went outside to get a better read of the area, start mapping out locations, get an idea of where things are, what's going on. Roulette, the wonderful entity that they are, just wandered around the hangar until they came across a dead body on one of the jets of the Star Sapphire, I do believe is the correct term for her, at least of Earth. And that is, I can't remember her name off the top of my head right now, but she's dead. Her ring's broken, so that's no help to us right now. Her brain is in the power battery, and it's like a functioning VI giving us information. While
It is
Thornheart,
Carol Ferris for reference.
Carol Ferris. I knew it was Ferris. Couldn't think of the first name for some reason.
You're good.
Thornhart said that they might be able to locate some things or at least get in contact with something that will know the next step. So Grimoire cut a hole in the concrete floor of this airplane hangar so that Thornhart had a closer connection to the soil, which normally, great idea. Awesome. Except Thornhart brought one of the alien face sucker pods through the green with them, which engaged the defense protocol, put a big green bubble over it, and showed us the big green bubble over the airfield. We then came up with the idea of, okay, we're going to try and teleport to the greenhouse because that is at least somewhere where Thornhart does have a lot of power and a lot of connection to the rest of the city. And maybe something is there since it doesn't look to be touched or interacted with by anything else. The plants are still kind of alive there. And Reverie, in her wonderful capabilities as a hero, opened a giant astral gate that pulled all of us, including the empty 12 pack of lasers and bullets, into it and then separated us. Half of us went to the beach, the other half of us went to the greenhouse. Those on the beach had a wonderful time, I'm assuming, because Grimoire has no fucking clue what happened there. But Thornhart was doing some more probing and guiding through the plant life there until they ran across the literal thorn of their heart. Their ex showed up and started accusing them of being a horrible person. And who are you to decide how I get to be safe and protected? How dare you? I loved you. You hurt me. I knew what was happening. You did this. It's all your fault. Grimoire ran into Daddy and got forcibly put back into his humanoid form and told that they're going to have to fight over this. Unlike the others, though, not dead. Was wielding a Black Lantern ring, but not dead. Flash over if Grimoire had any consciousness of what was going on elsewhere. Roulette got put in a death game by Mommy Roulette. One that we are alluded to has already happened once before? Question mark? But maybe not. Who knows? Reverie knocked out, completely unconscious on the beach with, I hope High Tide doesn't come in at any point in time, and is having some kind of psychic astral combat on another plane of existence. And Funeris, my eldritch entity of appreciation and respect, is hiding in a bush playing with themselves as far as we're aware. And then we learned at the end of the episode that Joe was inside one of the pods in the greenhouse as the armor kind of activated, and I think it was heading towards the pod or trying to rejoin Joe's body.
It pierced the pod and went on right as we cut off, and a transmission started to play in his ears. And that's where we'll pick up. So, we're actually going to pick up back at the last fight when you all were teleported away originally. And one person was missing as Code Red, or I should say Joe in this case, because you do not have your suit, as you get thrown into the middle of what's like some trees and shrubbery and flowers all scattered around an abandoned like observatory.
Well, not exactly my idea of a vacation spot, but I suppose that it'll do. Is there anything besides greenery around?
Well, it just seems to be like an open garden area, like probably like where like the free room would be for people who are like doing tours.
And I am sans suit, which limits my options a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Why don't we try to make a roll about it? Can I use perhaps my... I think that it's going to be a combination of my lightning calculator and or crisis response.
Yeah, those both sound appropriate.
Gotcha. And
I would say just roll a d4 for your power though, because your suit's gone.
Because my... Yeah, okay, that's fair. And then that's going to be 2d8s. So 8, a 4, and a 5. The mid roll is a 5.
Okay. Yeah, the only thing really that tells this place hasn't been used in a long time. A lot of the shrubbery is overgrown. The flowers are starting to get like a little too far off their roots. Like they haven't been clipped in a while. Um, it's still pretty, but it's definitely not been seen to anytime recently. And you even see, like, as you look up, some of the plants are recently like starting to push against the last of the ceiling too.
Well, like you said, it does look pretty, but it does look a little bit rough around the hedges. Let's go ahead and well, only one thing to do. Pick a direction and start walking. Maybe we can
Yeah.
get out of here.
Yeah, you start moving along through the garden pretty deep in, so it takes you a while to get out into the middle area. And as you do, as you get out into the middle area, you start to hear a few voices. You hear the familiar voice of someone that used to work with you at Star Labs, a Dr.
Oh.
Benjamin Blue. He worked with you directly with you on your project before it got canned. Dr. Blue put most of his life savings in the project and, well, suffice it to say, did not make it past a few months afterwards. So hearing his voice is really strange to you. But you also hear two other familiar voices he seems to be talking to. And as you get nearer, you hear the smoother ones sound. Yeah, they should be here at some point. We were to sense one of what these lanterns have left around the city. They didn't really do a good job of shielding them, so sure, these Sits will make their way out at some point and we can trap them.
That sounds like we need to move sneakily.
Yeah, you hear another voice respond. Yeah, I mean, I don't really care. Just get her here and I'll do my part. I don't really give a shit what the rest of you do. I have unfinished business to deal with. Fair enough. You two head off. I think my query is already here, actually. You hear the whine of a suit behind you.
God damn it. And I'm going to turn around as fast as I can to see what it is so I can possibly react to it.
It looks like a version of your own suit, but it is in a monochrome color with a Black Lantern symbol in the middle where you see a ring embedded, and the suit just collapses around you as things black out.
Oh!
And that is where we come to hours and hours later. You wake up surrounded by liquid and like a pussy smell and in some type of plant matter, but it seems to be like almost pulsating around you.
Do I have to hold my breath or am I breathing?
No, you're breathing. It seems to be sustaining you, but it does have you trapped in whatever this is.
How much room do I have?
Probably about. Yeah, you can probably not fully use your wingspan. You're probably like get your arms like a little bit out to the sides of you, and then it's only maybe like half a foot taller than your height. So there's really not a lot of room to move in either direction.
And it's just plant matter?
Yep.
Well, the garden plot thickens.
All you say in ooh in the chat, this is Mallory's creation, okay? She did this, not me.
It's fully my fault. You can blame me.
I blame nobody except for capitalism. I already said that.
You start to lose sense of time after a while. You don't get tired or you don't feel hungry or anything. Whatever this thing is sustaining you. After a while, though, you do feel your suit is in range. Like you feel the pulse of whatever tech you have on it, let you call it to you. You feel it light up.
Well, I mean, that goes without saying. I mean, if I have no other perception of what could be around me, literally the thought is, well, I guess it's time to go to work. And we're going to try to like back against the opposite side and then call it so that I don't get.
Yeah, and we see the
I don't
scene that
know.
we saw at the end of last episode as the suit flies through the observatory and just dives straight into the pod as it attaches to you like normal. And as it does, you hear your comms activate. You enjoyed your nap. Now that your friends are here, well, some of them be scattered, but we'll take care of that. It's time to have some fun. But we need a different area for you. So let's go here. And you hear the
No,
sound of
that's fine. We don't need-
thrusters as the pod is grabbed by that suit and flew out the roof of the observatory. And this is what you see, Thornhard, as you're being whipped across the observatory by your Ets. And now we are officially going to enter the initiative. Back at the top of the initiative, in a whole nother realm, Ray, or I should say Reverie, you find yourself floating in this astral plane with your dream self, with your younger version of yourself. Angry, deformed, almost undead-like, but sustained by a combination of this weird Black Lantern energy, but also you feel astral energy coursing through them as well. Made sure that your little friend's not going to interfere. It's just me and you.
I love what you've done with the place. It's delightful. Is that a new look? I don't remember that.
This is what you were wearing when you were supposed to die.
Oh, I should have made better clothing choices. That's rough, bud.
I mean, you always were a dumb kid.
And yet you're me, so
I'm a better version of you now, though. And when I take your little body, I'm going to unleash Mara. And we're going to have real fun.
okay, but if you're me, we both know that's a terrible idea.
You
Besides.
take 2 points of damage. As you're mid-sentence, she raises a hand and a scythe of dream energy slashes across your back. You can take an action now if you would like.
Jesus. Yeah, actually, I, as a knee-jerk reaction, want to attempt to essentially lasso her, with
Yeah.
the pocket watch, just to see
Okay.
if I can hold her.
So you want to try to hinder her,
Yeah.
so to speak? Okay, let me see what you got here for moves. You are still in
Negative blank.
green.
Yeah,
So you're gonna use
negative
negative
likelihood.
likelihood?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, go ahead and roll your pocket watch. We'll say otherworldly mythos because you literally are in the astral realm, and then roll your d6 for green.
I
I
need
know.
another D10.
And it will
Okay.
just be your middle die because it doesn't have a specific die, it says.
So you said pocket watch, otherworldly, and
And your d6 for your status right now.
yeah. Yep. That's a 6.
Okay, so it's what's it look like as you just whip out your pocket watches? This will give them a -3 hinder, and it is persistent, so this will last for the scene.
Yes. But as fast as she can, I'm just going to take my pocket watch off my hip and literally a la Wonder Woman. I'm just whipping it at her, doing the full body wrap, and I'm just tugging so it's as tight as possible. Like I do not want her to move.
This is
whatsoever.
cute. I think I have something similar. And her eyes glow blue as she's going to use her reaction. And you are racked with a nightmare. A nightmare of Mara's. As you can't even comprehend what you see, but you literally feel the backlash attack your mind as she's going to hinder you in response to being attacked. It's only a -1 though, so you will -1 hinder on your next turn. And with that, we go next in the initiative order, back to the observatory, where Thornheart, you just see this thing, this like weird offshoot version of Code Red suit drive the pod away from the observatory as you are restrained against a tree in the thorns of your Ets.
You've got to be fucking kidding me. Could you at least give him back?
No, they'll take care of their own spat. This is our time now to revisit some stuff.
Oh, I suggested couples counseling while you were alive, but that wasn't good enough. No, we do this here now. You dead, me attached to a tree. Sure, great. What would you like to talk about?
What would couple counseling do? You're the one that didn't want to open up and communicate about anything.
It's not that I didn't want to open up and communicate. It was that I thought you would die if I said anything.
And you killed me anyway.
I didn't kill you for shit. Whatever got you 6 months ago was your own fucking fault. You left.
What got me 6 months ago was you. You infected me. You left without thinking of the consequences of anything besides yourself. My DNA wasn't compatible with whatever trial you ran. I couldn't handle it.
I didn't put you through any trial. I tested on randoms, on people that were hurting other people. I never would have injected you with anything. Ever.
Did you test your own pheromones? Did you test what exposed contact around someone like you does to someone?
Not before you left.
Yeah. Your mere presence slowly over those 4 to 5 months before you left was enough. So you might have left to keep me safe, but you're also the reason I'm this.
I'm bad, I guess. There's not a lot you can do about that now. It's not like I wanted this. It was life-saving treatment, they said. It was the only way that I stayed alive, and then I didn't ask for the side effects or the consequences. When they finally came up, I just
didn't think, McKinley. You acted like you always do without thought of anyone but yourself.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe I did. Maybe for once, I thought about keeping myself alive after months of hearing, you're probably going to die pretty soon. And they gave me one shot at living. One single idea. One trial. 10 injections, one after the fucking other. And maybe I finally thought about myself and I took the shot and I didn't know any of this came with it. I didn't know you left with it.
Yeah. Maybe if you would have talked with me beforehand, maybe if you would have went over this whole thing before just jumping on the first solution you found. You were there with me through all of my shit, through all of my transition and all of the stuff that I had to go through. But the moment something happens with you, you don't think I want to be there by your side?
There was a difference.
There always is. And with that, they tighten the vine and they're going to just chuck you into a wall.
Oh, fuck. There is a difference between you growing into the person you were meant to be and me withering away into nothing.
And you take 5 points of damage, bestie.
Fair enough.
As you just plant into this concrete wall.
Yeah. That's fair.
Well, you wanted couples therapy. Sorry, I don't have those weird baton things they usually use, so we'll just have to do this the old-fashioned way.
You know what, Micah? I thought losing you would kill me, and maybe it fucking will. But let's go.
Would you like to take an action?
Yeah, we gotta try. It's not gonna go well, but we have to try. I'm gonna go with. Oh, this might go badly. I'm gonna do backlash.
Okay. So Batlash attack using plants. You use your max die, and you're going to take damage equal to your min die. Okay.
Correct.
So as you do this, what does this attack look like as you go to roll?
I get slammed up against this wall and sort of crumple into it. And for a split second, the eyes fade out almost to the green that they were born with, that Micah fell in love with. And then they remember that this like series of shots every single week that were similar to what Micah did for their transition, but obviously was for like a life-saving thing. The pain that they went through and the nights of staying up shaking and not being able to control their own body as everything in them turned to plant matter instead of their organs. That pain can't be for nothing, and the pain of losing Micah can't be for nothing. And as much as I want to fix everything, I can't fix that Micah is dead. And so I can only hope that I stay alive. That's really all I've got.
So with this, I think you'll roll, obviously, plants, and
Yeah.
then I'm going to say close combat and your status die, which is a D6. I don't think that 5 damage was enough to knock you into yellow yet, was it?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Close combat, and where's my D8? There it is.
Okay, what was your highest roll and your lowest roll?
Okay, my highest roll is a 7.
Okay,
My lowest roll is a 2.
cool. So you take 2 damage, and I will say a 7 is higher than what Micah can roll on his save, so he will degrade a dice.
Thank God.
So I'll track that next to all of your initiatives. So where was my pen? I will figure that out in a second. I don't think I have a pen in reach. But yeah, you just these plants summon back, even like pushing against the thorn that he had wrapped you around as it shoots back at him, knocking him across the observatory as well. But as you do, you feel like some of the plant has like ripped through part of your side, as like where you were already wounded as it is.
Rough. All right.
And we move into initiative, not too far away, but just over in the hallways where Grimoire, you are back in your normal put together form and no longer a mass of pages, as the Primarch of the Dark family is standing across from you in a full Black Lantern regalia. Well, are you gonna get up and show me what you've learned from my work? Or can we just skip to the end where I rip it off your body?
You left a lot of things incomplete in here. And as Grimoire goes to just like stand up, kind of like brushing whatever like mulch or loose flower petals and leaves off of his body.
Yeah, a lot of it was theory, a lot of it was practice. It was a first copy of what better version I created later, as he opens his hand and a similar book appears in his hand.
A lot of it was you being a failure.
Well,
Afraid to commit, I think, is the term you used for some of your own apprentice, for some of your own children, that you tried to weave into the bindings and into the paper itself. It's wonderful to see a man so dedicated to falling apart that he couldn't even keep his family together.
yet I believe my most recent descendant has run roughshed over one of your cities for the last few years now, untouched by any of your governments or any of the such.
It seems to be everything that comes after you succeeds, but everything you did failed.
Explains the pathetic showing that you are then, if you're using my failed copy.
That's the best part about this. I'm not even here. I want to use my duplication magic and
Mhm.
otherworldly ethos that I left a paper copy in standing up and walking around the hallway and dipped the fuck off.
Okay. Give me those rolls. So duplication. We'll say live in spellbook and your green die. Look at his character sheet.
Couldn't have been more beautiful. That is an 8 as my mid die because I got a 1, an 8, and a 9 for D8, D8, D10.
That does just meet the overcome roll. So yeah, as he lifts a hand confusedly, and you see a pulse of black energy on the ring that shatters the duplication in front of him. You're already around the corner.
Yeah, I'm fucking.
Where,
God.
where are you? Where you're gonna book it
wherever
to the
I am
observatory?
heading towards Thornheart immediately.
Okay.
Because if they brought something connected to me to fuck with me or hurt me or anything like that, I could beat up her past. She can beat up mine. Like, that's the whole thought process about this. There's too much emotional connection over there, too much emotional connection over here. We'll just swap. I don't care. You don't care. Problem solved.
Yeah, you start to run into the observatory, and right as you get to the doors, he is gonna chase after and attack you. That was a max roll, so you're gonna take 6 points of damage, and because he rolled max on the die, his effect triggers, and you're gonna be hindered for that roll. So -3 your next roll. As
That's
you get to the doors and you see through the glass doors, you see the effects already of the fight between Micah and Thornheart. You feel a pulse of magic and lantern energy behind you as you look behind you to see a projection, like a black lantern projection, just like of a hand, just like swat you into the observatory as you just skid in. And Thornheart, you
Perfect.
see Grimoire just skid across the middle of the battlefield between the two of you.
Are you?
I'll take yours, you take mine. And start like crawling and running towards whatever Thornheart's fighting.
Jesus. Okay. We cut over to back to the beach in the middle of a black energy steel cage where roulette versus roulette has faced off, as roulette is already starting to circle you as well, as you guys are just standing across from each other in this cage. Now, last time you got lucky, so to speak, because your powers just happened to activate in the middle of our fight, so I wasn't prepared. But
I don't
this
have
time you're
powers.
gonna have no such. You do have powers.
I think I'm just better than you.
Do you really think you don't have powers?
No, I think I just killed you. And, took over your empire, took over your casino. Just because I was feeling bored.
I mean, makes sense. It's
Great.
not like you could do anything on your own, so might as well work off of my own work. I mean, you even took my
What?
name. Couldn't think of anything more original?
Well, I figured it fit the mood, and also someone so terrible had it before. I had to save the legacy somehow, right?
I mean, they always do say the sequel's usually worse, so it makes sense. But you're not
Yeah,
gonna
not
get
this
off
time.
as easy now. I'm gonna kill you, take your powers, take my empire back, and fix this little undead issue. Maybe visit your, what was the name? Stephanie, I believe. I think she's playing with someone alone in the city at the moment. We made sure to separate her. Too close to that bat.
What did you do to Stephanie?
She's facing an old friend.
if you decided you wanted to break us up, I suppose that I'll just have to do it away with you, and then I can go off and save my other half. Or,
You can try.
oh, I will.
And as you are circling, she reaches out behind her and grabs a pair of dice and rolls them out. But as they roll, they start to get covered in Black Lantern energy and grow in size as they approach you. And she gets to roll twice for all of her attacks, because if she rolls doubles, she crits, because she also has luck abilities. But she did not, so that'll just be... I'm gonna average these, so it'll be 2 points of damage as they slam into you and slam you into the cage.
Really had to take my shtick too? I mean, dice, come on. You were never
I
much of
mean-
a fighter.
You stole enough from me, I felt it was only fair.
A little tacky, but okay, I did it better. Okay, I would like to use. Can I use gimmick and boost my luck?
Sure.
Or hinder? Let me actually hinder hers.
Okay, yeah, you
That
can
is-
try to hinder her, so go ahead and roll. This uses your luck, so you'll roll your luck die.
Mhm.
We'll say range combat, because I'm assuming you're not stepping into close range with
Nope.
her, and then a d6.
10, 5, and 3.
10, 5, and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so no doubles, so you don't need to attack as well, but your mid die, or your max die in this case, was a 10, so that will hinder her on her next roll for 5. Which I'm going to tell you, all of your copies are only start at d6, so she has to roll a 6 to even do 8 points of damage to you next turn.
Okay, good to know.
So what does it look like as you just reach out to these strings of luck that you've slowly been getting used to and affect her?
So she does kind of have a feeling. She doesn't fully know that she has powers yet because she's still very heavily in denial. And so she kind of feels a tug here and there. And you can see her physically kind of almost like shift a little bit as she kind of rolls her body out and she kind of starts coming into her powers. As you can see her fingers do a little bit of a tug.
Mhm.
That's you just see her doing a little. It's a very subtle action, but she's kind of realizing, okay, maybe I can play with something.
Okay, perfect. And as we cut over to across the beach, where we see Funeris being held in the air in a bush by this otherworldly version of looks similar to them, but like in a reverse color scheme of when they're transformed. And as Funeris says, "Daddy," to this thing that is choking it in the air, there's just a brief flicker of annoyance in the eyes before they throw. And as Funeris lands, uppercuts them through the atmosphere and then flies off after them. Joe will take damage whenever they get here, so they'll take 4 damage. I will remember that later, and we'll get to where their combat is. And before we get to the bottom of the initiative, back where we started with Code Red, we cut across Coast City in the middle of City Hall as this same portal that spit you guys out spits out Stephanie Brown. We follow Stephanie through City Hall, investigating, trying to reach all of you on comms, seeing what is going on here. And as we cut away back to the 6 of you, as she turns the corner, there's a whoosh through the air as a batarang lands on the door in front of her, beeps, and goes off. And we see an undead Batman land behind Stephanie. I'm gonna tell you right now, Cress, Batman's not a D6. But yeah, we cut to
swear to
Code
God.
Red. You are flying through the air, slowly tearing through this pod with your suit on, but as you see this Black Lantern suit like rocketing you through away from the observatory, what would you like to do?
Yeah, that's going to end up, well, we're still in the pod, right? That's being
I
a
say with your
hindrance on
suit
me.
and with the movement and stuff, it's slowly like being ripped off so you can see, but yeah, it's still hindering you right now. We'll say it's hindering you. Well, it's only hindering you by one, so it'll only take one off this roll until you break out of it.
Okay, I would like to do just that, and if I could, oh damn it. Well, I mean, I can't use an ability because I'm not that damaged yet, but one thing that I definitely do have with this is the suit on the right forearm has a 3 foot long blade because sometimes you just need a knife to, help in a situation. And
Yeah,
I would like to extend that and do a little hedge trimming of my own.
yeah, sounds good. Go ahead and make your roll. So are you using an ability or are you just attacking?
Just attack, and I'm gonna guess that it's gonna be
So power suit, and we'll say probably tech in this case because you're in your suit flying through the air, and then a D10 for your status die.
oh, 3d10s.
I will
Wow.
help you. I will help you know, Crush. I'm not going to play an NPC fight in the middle of the thing. I am rolling behind the scene for the Stephanie Batman fight. I'm gonna do it fair, but I am rolling. She is fighting too.
Ah,
The
stressing
mid
me
die.
out.
The mid die is a 6.
Okay. So with a 6, I need to make it. I don't. Well, I guess if sits would tie and crit, so it would save. So let me see if they
That
roll a
sounds
5.
like okay.
So what does your attack look like as you break out of this pod and attack this suit back?
So in this moment, kind of seeing this Black Lantern colored scheme version of his Code Red suit, as he's kind of struggling against this, trying to get out, it needs to establish some distance, first of all, because this is not a good thing. Joe is going to kind of like have this moment and speak aloud to whomsoever is holding him and just say, if you're going to be going with pitch black, I think that you should be doing exactly what it is. And as he spins around, turning himself into a Beyblade, like cutting this pod to ribbons and establishing some distance between him and this creature, you should also be a limited time availability. And I know that I just used my action, but I would like to then fly back to try to go on
Yeah.
one with this
You guys
individual.
fly and engage at each other as we cut away back to the top of initiative. Reverie. You snap out of this, but you still feel the resonance of these dreams affecting you as you see yourself kind of amused, just standing there, not even attempting to break out of the pocket watch. Enjoy? That's only like a little taste of what you're associating yourself with, but yet you're a hero, right? Is that what you said?
I mean, I'm better than what you think you are, what you used to be. I'm struggling to keep up here.
I'm you as you were supposed to be. You shouldn't be here right now.
And yet I'm here, so we can keep talking in circles about whether or not I'm supposed to be here or not.
You know what? Fair. We could keep talking, or I could just take your body and go kill your friends. That also works for me. And she is going to attack you.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh. She take 4 points of damage as she says that. You see this dream energy start to mix with this Black Lantern energy the more she's accessing the astral realm. And even in this moment, while you're getting attacked, you see the astral realm, similar to how the green was, starting to be corrupted by this death energy. As you see a skeletal hand form around you, and very similar hinder you. Since you're already hindered, it's not going to add to the bonus, but it starts to squeeze into you, and the bones of them start to pierce into your body.
You. Can I? Since she's still in my pocket watch, correct?
Yeah, she's still like lassoed with the pocket watch.
Cool. Can I, while she is still in my pocket watch, and since we're technically in my realm, can I just cause her to go into a nightmare herself?
You still have to roll because she also seems to have some sort of control over this place, but you can attempt to use your illusion magic on her and just make a basic attack roll. Or you can, well, I would say you're already persistently hinder her, so you won't be able to hinder her anymore. Because your hinder is going to stick for the whole scene.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, with the hinder, you would have only took actually 2 damage from that attack instead of 4.
Sweet. Give me that back. Anyway. So
But
just
yeah,
a
if you,
flat.
yeah, so illusions and alertness and a D6 if you're still in green. Well, it's just that your D6 is also yellow, so either way, D6.
I am still in green though. I have some
Tell
wiggle
me,
room here.
and as you roll, tell me what it looks like as you pull at the astral realm and try to attack back.
So with another 6, I changed my dice out and it's working out well for me.
Okay.
But you'll at this point just see Reverie's eyes go full white. And she's kind of just gonna look at this other being and be like, so much talk about me and what I should have been. But here's the catch. If I'm you and you're me, I know your fears. I remember what you're scared of. Would you like to revisit that as she just throws her into
Yeah. You
the
just
nightmare?
pull at the pocket watch and she just poured through another astral portal before you then yank her back, her also looking just as traumatized as she made you the last turn. So with a 6, I have to crit to have her stay at her current die. But she did not because she's hindered, so that 3 becomes a 0. And with that big of a failure, she's going to have to make a save initially just to stay alive. So, these things normally, lieutenants go from a dice into grade, and once they're past their last dice, they die. These are Black Lanterns, so they have a built-in resilience mechanic. If I roll 4 or higher, they reform. I rolled a 3. What does it look like as you yank them back into this realm and shatter your past self?
Since they're still in this pocket watch, as I'm pulling her back through the gate, the watch gets tighter and tighter until I literally just full body separation, just yank it until I still have the pocket watch, but there's fractal pieces of this being in front of me. I told you, this is my world. You're just a visitor. Can I like bounce out now? Save my friends?
As they start to shatter, they don't seem to be in pain. They laugh out a little bit. You can enjoy yourself. I'm going to enjoy seeing what Mara does to you once you let her off her leash. You have no idea what you're fucking with.
You actually think that's ever gonna happen?
Just a smug smile as it disappears and you wake up on the beach to see in the distance Funeris like in the like flying off, and you see a steel like a cage around the beach where you see Roulette inside fighting what looks like an undead version of someone.
There's certain things I never want to touch. This being one of them. I want to run towards Roulette because there's no way I'm catching
Okay.
Funeris.
Yeah, as you run over there, we will cut over back to the observatory. As Mallory, you see Vermore just rush into the observatory after we'll then getting bitch slapped across it, but then getting up to then make their way towards Michael. What would you like to do?
I suppose we're switching people, and quite frankly, I'm tired of fighting my ex because it's probably gonna make me cry. So, I'm looking for whatever he's running from.
Yeah, you see at the door, you see a finely dressed, like middle-aged white guy, with blonde hair, and a Black Lantern ring.
Oh, you're not fucking dead. What's your two's problem? Never mind. We can talk about this later. And I will do. I'm not low enough to do yellow yet. I literally have one more point until I'm in yellow. So
Oof.
I'm gonna just go for. Okay, this is a mechanics question because this
Yeah.
is like the first combat I've tried to do this particular thing in. If something says defend, is that still hurting them or is that boosting me?
Defend, you're taking the damage for someone else being attacked, pretty much. You're jumping in front of an attack for someone else, another ally. So, like,
Got
in
it,
this
got it, got it.
situation, that would only be applicable if you wanted to use your reaction to defend Grimoire,
Got it.
or
Okay,
vice
cool.
versa.
Never mind. Since it was labeled as an action and not a reaction, I wanted to make sure that I understood what I was doing before I did it.
Just don't worry, because you're going to be in yellow anyway, because I just rolled, and you're going to take 4 damage as you feel a vine grab your foot and yank you back.
Cool.
We are in the middle of
that
a discussion. I'm not dealing with the book.
And you think that we're really in a good place to have this discussion? I'd at least like to have it in private. My friend's here now, and their something is also here. And maybe we should. Fuck me.
Fuck them, beat him up.
I think we're past that. I think I'll pass, but we have a lot to talk about, and he just slams you into the ground with the vine.
Fuck. And how many did I take?
You take 4 points of damage.
Okay, now that I'm in yellow, this is what's happening. Would we say that perhaps Grimoire's little dude that's attacking him, that I in this moment might think of him as a minion because he's not my problem? Could we perhaps expand the definition just slightly?
So I'm gonna say no, because minions
That's
are things that die very easily in game mechanics. It's a whole
okay.
class of villains. It goes from minions to lieutenants to
What you're
like
saying is this
the
guy's
big
a
bad.
minion.
These are all lieutenants.
That's
Weak
fair.
lieutenants because they're not, Batman and Superman and all them yet, but like they're still lieutenants.
Okay, so this is what I'll do instead. I'll give myself a little boosty boost for later. I'm gonna instead do personal upgrade.
Okay. What does it look like as you boost yourself as you go ahead and make your roll?
I think as I get like slammed to the ground again, you almost watch as like chlorophyll itself starts to seep out of my body like it's my own blood, and then my organs, understanding that they need that in order to operate, suck it all back out of the ground, and all of the plants that are immediately around me die because I take all of their energy too.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me Radiant. What's the power that's tied to it? As well as, we'll
Yes.
say, Problem Solver and your yellow. So it's all D8s, 3 D8s.
Love that.
And then I believe this is your mat. This is going to be your Mats die.
Yep.
And this bonus will be persistence, so this will last this whole scene.
That is
Would
an
you
eight.
roll? An 8, so you have a +4 bonus for the rest of the scene to all your to whatever your roll is.
Let's go. Cool,
As you see this Grimoire, you see Thornheart yanked away from you, like in between the two being slammed, but then you see immediately in like a 20-foot radius, almost to the brim of where you're standing, all plant life has just died as Thornheart starts to glow an eerie green color.
Good.
I'll be back up in a minute. This is fine.
And it's perfect that you guys are on the same pretty much initiative, or you're right after each other, because it is your turn, Grimoire, as you see this.
All right, what am I looking at? What is the fucked up thing of Thornheart's past that got brought before me that I'm visually now aware of?
This thing's half undead, half plant thing. So kind of how Thornheart is in their hero appearance, where like they're more plant like than normal, mixed with like just zombie like mass of like parts missing, stuff falling apart, stuff like that.
And this is the exact reason why I have plastic plants in all of the offices and in my house. There's no reason why this should be maintained at all. I am going to. Grimoire has been, at least up until now, with everyone else, very cordial, very like
Mhm.
positive, affirming, all these things. The only words that he says to whatever this is across from him is fuck off, and just moves a hand forward, and I am going to banish them.
Okay.
Spell slinging, living spell book, and I'm currently in green. So it'll be
Okay, cool.
3d8 for me, I do believe. Yes.
Yep. And you're targeting Micah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let's go 8, 8, and 4. So I did roll double, so it counts as an attack as well.
Cool. He's gonna degrade immediately because that, but he already degraded from Mallory the last turn, so we have to make a roll here to see if Micah is still alive.
Does the
Micah
hinder
rolled a
from
5.
my power? Does
Local
the
ri-
hinder from my power affect that roll?
It wouldn't affect it because you're doing it. It's the same action, so no.
Gotcha.
The hinder will apply though going forward as he does make his save, as he gets a 5. So like you see, like you banish him, you just send him flying across the room, and like his body hits the wall and splatters. But then you see a pulse of black energy from behind you as Dark holds his ring up, and it just reforms. It's not going to be that easy, and you should probably stay in your own lane as he is going to attack you more.
He's gonna attack me.
Yeah, as Dark does 5 points of damage to you as you feel your whole body light up in black energy. He tilts you up and then pretty much tombstones you into the ground.
Even your moves are fucking 80s coded. Just die already, old man.
You sure do like to talk.
I'm now in yellow. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. For those of you who don't know the Sentinel Combat's RPG system, the more damage you take and the weaker you go in status, the more abilities you unlock. So you get stronger as you get weaker. But we will kick it over to Roulette versus Roulette Prime. I need a way to differentiate you two.
Prime works.
As they pull out 2 familiar looking guns that are now tinged with like Black Lantern energy as she goes to shoot at you. And rolls a 6. So with the hinder, I still think that does 3. So I think you rolled a 4. So it does 2 points of damage to you.
Okay. 2. Got it.
As you do see, the one gun is like, as she goes to shoot, it just misfires and like smoke starts to come out of the barrel, but the other gun still fires and hits you across the shoulder.
God.
We
Had
gotta
to bring
speed this
those
up.
two?
Your little friend woke up, and I am not having my revenge interfered with.
You know, I gotta say, I don't think the black really works for you. I feel like, you know, this is the best for you, but by all means, if you have to copy me, go ahead.
You copied me.
I did it better. Okay, and then if I attack, I'm able to just, can I just attack with a power?
Yeah, you can attack with a power. You can just make a base hit attack. So what do you want to attack her back with?
Or can I use a quality to?
Yeah, range
I wanna use
combat
my
would be your guns. Yeah, range
Okay.
combat's your guns. So you can do range
So-
combat, and we'll say you use for power, you use awareness then, because that still kind of
Got it.
works for this
So
situation.
then a 10 and a D10 and a D8.
Yep, and then whatever your status is based on where your health's at. So, which either way, green or yellow is a D6 for you.
I rolled 3 2s.
3 2s.
Yeah. I needed doubles earlier, not now.
You are a luck-based character. Fuck. I'm gonna be nice. Go ahead and roll your highest die that you just rolled, whatever like the highest dice
Uh-huh.
was, a D10, D8, whatever it was, and re-roll it and add it to the 2.
Got it. Okay. That's a D10. That's an 8.
Yeah, so
That's 10.
a 10's, yeah, this is gonna, I'm not even gonna have to make a resilience roll for this one. What does it look like as so you pull at the lock strings and you like pull the one gun off and she shoots you and you go to pull your guns out, and as you do you feel the strings or whatever this feeling is around you start to wrap itself around your wrist. And what does it look like as you just take out Roulette again?
She does a little, she tosses her guns up and catches them. A little twirl because she starts to feel it in her hands and she's like, oh, this is not going to be fun for you. But I guess we can do a repeat. So she lifts up the one gun, the one that she killed the original Roulette with, and fires. And point blank.
Okay, yeah, and you just start firing and take her out as she disintegrates back into nothingness, and the cage around you falls as you see Reverie run up to you.
Oh, hey! You missed the fun.
Yeah, I had my own fun to deal with.
What fun? You like took a nap or? I assume not a fun nap.
No.
Do you want to talk? No, we don't have
No.
to. Should we check on?
We should try to
Angel
find
Boy?
it. Yeah, but Angel Boy's up.
I can't go up.
Hey, God.
Yeah.
Do I still have my demon?
You do. You feel it. You feel it in your mind.
I'm not touching that yet. I was just curious. Okay, carry
It's
on.
still chilling in there. Okay. Before we are under a break here in a second, but before we do, we cut back to City Hall, where we see in pitch combat Stephanie Brown, aka Spoiler, fighting undead Batman. Full tears just running down her face, but trying to stay focused. You see the swing of one of her staffs into throwing some gadgets back and forth in a fast pace. She's like, "You're not Bruce. You're not Bruce. You're not Bruce. He's gone. You always were the most hot-headed of all the kids. This will be very easy. You didn't really finish your training after all. From what I heard, you're running around with a villain. I should kill you anyway." And as she goes to swing her nest attach, she overextends and he just grabs her by the throat and just slams her through a desk. "I think we'll keep you for leverage." And he stomps on her face, knocking her out. And that is where we're going to go to break. So we'll be back in like 10,
Rage.
15 minutes or so. And we
My
will
girlfriend, not
continue
girlfriend.
this. So, see you guys soon. Hey everyone, and welcome back. We're gonna get right back in the action. I don't think Joe's gonna be joining us, so in the meantime, go follow Joe on all their socials and show them all the love and tell them that we miss them.
Miss you,
But
Joe.
speaking of Joe, the in-game Joe, you are still in the air flying against this Black Lantern version of your suit, as you still hear in your comms the familiar voice of Ben. See, you've made some upgrades.
Never
Must be
stop
nice. Yeah.
I
Wish you would
mean,
have told me you were doing this when we got canned. I would have maybe stuck around.
well, idle hands and something about, work and stuff. Are we fighting or are we talking? What's going on? What is this? Are we about to make up? What's the whole thing here?
At least that thing hasn't changed about you. Still like to run your mouth.
I am who I am.
And the gauntlets on his open up, similar to how your cold system is, but instead of cold energy, pure lava just shoots out from this inside of this. You
Like
take
DBZ Bridge
you take
dodge.
4 points of damage as it starts to melt at your armor.
I take 3 points of damage because I have damage reduction.
Perfect. What is your damage reduction against everything, or
Oh shit, that's a good point. Physical or energy?
okay? Yeah, this would be energy damage, so you are good.
Yay! So 3 points. I am at 25 HP. Done.
Sounds good. You get this lava shot out at you. What would you like to do?
Yeah, so I don't like that. That is fire. Fire trigger. Actually, you know what? So Code Red is basically a fire truck and ambulance all wrapped in one in Iron
Mm-hmm.
Man suit. Um do I detect a heartbeat from this individual?
You do not.
See, Matt didn't think so. Um so that's definitely something that really kind of like puts into perspective and that have to probably think about this differently. Um, I would like to hinder the villain that I am calling Pitch Black because we have to stick with the Mountain Dew theme. Using analyze weakness from my lightning calculator
Okay.
power.
Perfect. So go ahead and roll lightning calculator. We'll say roll alertness. No, we'll say roll a crisis response, and then roll your status die.
D68, D10. Ah, that didn't count.
And then this uses your mat die, or you can use your mid die and make it last the whole scene.
Can I use a reaction ability on my turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense with how that's worded. I would like to also, as I am trying to analyze this weakness, I would also like to analyze probability. Take one
You don't
point
take
of
a point of
irreducible
damage to re-roll that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
as
dice I
you're
roll, that's me.
going to initiate your HUD, part of it like sparks off and burns the side of your face as it's still
Yeah,
faulting a little bit at the lava damage.
yeah. Alrighty. Hiya. That's better. And we're looking for the max or the mid. I forget.
So if you use your mats, it's just going to hinder him for his next turn. If you use your mid, it'll last for the same. So you tell me, and it takes half of whatever the dice roll is for the hinder bonus, the hinder effect.
I will stick with that then. That's going to be a 6 as the mid die. I would like that to be
Okay,
persistent for
so
the scene.
he will have a -3 for scene. Okay, sounds good. What does this look like as you go to hinder blue? Or pitch
It's
black, I suppose.
it is legitimately his suit running calculations based off of his suit. This from what I'm gathering together, it appears that this is based off of an original design that they had together.
Mhm.
Maybe it was definitely tweaked in a certain direction. He's trying to like all right, let's see what all your specs are so that I'm prepared for that in the future so that
Yeah.
I know what is
Yeah.
coming.
Just go into the spec, you very easily see it's very IE Iron Man 1, as if you're just fighting that original suit that Tony made. You're just fighting the original suit that you two made. The first suit that would work and was like doable that you tried to pass, it got failed. It's that suit. The only difference is it has you see where the core has been initialized with the power core of the ring, and the Black Lantern ring is fueling the systems, which is pushing it way past its like safety limits.
Intriguing. This isn't going to be anything mechanically that ends up happening, but me taking that, the idea is then it's already going past its limits. Let's see how
Mhm.
far we can push it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I definitely did put some upgrades in here. Looks like you got a little bit of an upgrade of your own. Let's see what I can do. And he's just going to take off, hoping that he's going to
Yeah.
try to
He's gonna-
chase him, and we're
he's
going to
gonna
see which suit quits first.
Yeah, he's gonna fly after you, and we cut back to the beach where you're not really in initiative anymore. The two of you guys are you guys both won your fights, but Reverie and Roulette, what are you guys up to? You do know the others were headed. The original plan was to head to the plant house, and Reverie was your power that faulted. So you do know that some of them made it there. You have no idea where Stephanie is, though. You are muted, Cress.
Sorry. I know she's in trouble though, right?
You know from what Roulette hinted at that they had plans for her.
So we're not gonna attempt to do anything with what's up there.
You point up there, and the two of you just see these massive angelic forms just duking it out in the sky.
That's above my pay grade.
Mine too. Let's go say spoiler.
You know what? Yeah, I'm not making this.
She's in trouble. I'm not gonna argue
What
right
about
now.
the others though?
Grimoire's got it. And Thornheart, from what I've heard, I think they're good. I think.
Fair.
Stephanie on the spoiler on the other hand. Yeah, no, we need to get over there now. Please.
Yeah, we can go save your girlfriend.
Not my girlfriend.
Okay. We're gonna walk this time though.
How are you
'cause
going to try to find Stephanie's location? Because you do not know where she's at. You just know she's in the city somewhere.
Can I pull on my luck? Just to try and find her.
Such a bull-ass bullshit. I'll let you do it. If you roll bad, the consequences will be worse.
Oh god.
They will stack. I'm gonna let you use your luck to do bullshit, but when it fails, I'm gonna do bullshit. So
while Roulette is doing that, can I use Principle of Whispers to try to
We could do that first.
see if I can help hunt spoiler down?
So are you using an ability?
It's in the green. Okay, it's might be like
Oh, you're one of your principal.
yeah, it might be
Overcome a
pushing the
challenge that
rules a
involves
lot.
information that you have no real way of knowing. I mean,
It's-
yeah, that does fit. There's no way you would know the location of Stephanie.
Cool.
So yeah, give me an overcome roll. So you would roll we'll say we're gonna say your astral gate, investigation, and your status die, which is a d6. So 2 d6s and a d8. So you can't completely
Also-
succeed unless you roll
So
an 8 on this, because it does use your max die.
we're just gonna move on.
What'd you roll? No, what'd you roll, bestie?
On the max tire in the middle.
Yeah, on your max die. What did you roll?
A 3.
A 3 on your max on your highest roll?
Yeah, I got. But here's the thing. So I rolled a 5.
Well, then a
4,
5
and a 3.
Well, then
But
you
the
roll a
3 was on the
5.
max.
No, then you
That's-
rolled a 5. It doesn't. It's
Oh.
not the biggest die. It's the highest
okay,
result.
then it was a 5.
Yes.
Cool.
So a 5. So 5 is a partial success.
Only a Bruh.
So, what do you two
It's a partial
options?
success now. You were
I'll accept
failing
it.
earlier.
Also, since we're counting, since we're counting that as a success, does that mean that me and dear Roulette here get a hero point?
The whole group gets a hero point. Everyone in the chat plus Joe will also
Yeah.
get one when they get back.
Yo,
Um,
sick.
Either you can take much longer to find this information, and then potentially more can happen to Stephanie, or anything can happen in the meantime, or you can split up. You can send Roulette there directly, but it will have backlash towards you.
You know what? Only because I know things I can do. I'm gonna split us up.
Okay. So you reach out into the astral realm and just feel around for familiar energies, and you see the rest of them are at the beach house. You're really trying hard to ignore the sky energy because it's a lot of otherworldly shit pressing down on you in the astral realm, but you feel Stephanie's life force starting to fade out in the middle of the city, and you just hurry up and open a gate, and you go in, the two of you, and as you do, Mara tots in your head, Ray. But no, it's more fun if she goes alone because of the tragic bat story. And then Mara gets out and kicks Roulette through the portal and then closes it themselves.
Did you have to kick her?
Yeah. It'll be funnier that way. She likes to land on her face, remember?
When this is over, we need to have a serious talk about your people skills.
What are people skills?
Exactly.
Oh, shit.
Whatever. Are we gonna go fight the other people?
Yeah.
I wanna see the plant one kill someone again. Did you remember that scandal a couple weeks back about that? It was crazy. Why don't we ever get to kill anybody?
Because we're not bad.
Either are they. Thornheart's a good guy, apparently.
Morally gray, but it's fine. But yes, we'll go find the others.
Yay! And then Mara just starts to teleport towards the greenhouse without waiting for you. Roulette, you land face forward, full on like scorpion pose into City Hall.
God damn it.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, shit. I hate magic. What's going on in City Hall?
As you look around, you start to move around the hall. You notice signs of an obvious fight. You see broken desk, you see walls punched through, and as you're starting to dig through it, you do see very familiar gadgets. You see a lot of Stephanie's gadgets have been used up and have been like blown up or knocked to the side. You also see a lot of familiar black and yellow gadgetry as you see batarangs scattered around the area.
Oh, fuck.
The last time you saw Batman, at least versions of him, you saw him rip out Jason's spine on live TV.
Okay. Big bat. Great. Awesome. You know what? It's gonna have to meet the parents at some point. All right. Okay. So she's gonna keep looking around and kind of listen in to see what she can find. And if she's not trying to be loud, because though she usually would be loud, she's like, she doesn't want Batman on her ass.
Yeah.
So she's kind of.
Give me a deduction roll, as well as criminal underworld and your green die, so a d6.
Got it.
So you start to move through this area.
2, 5, 4.
So a 4 then. Okay. I believe a 4 is at the bare minimum of partial success, if I remember correctly. As you move through this area, and you obviously see the signs of a fight. You do find one of the desks which is the same desk that she was choke slammed through and stomped out before the break, you see a very obvious pool of blood that is very fresh. And you do see a trail leading off further into the city hall.
Swear to God, if you're dead.
And with
She
that,
kind of-
as you follow the trail deeper into City Hall, you're going to cut back to the observatory. Mallory! As you see Micah splat against the wall and then reform like nothing has happened. Stay out of our fight, Book. We have things to discuss.
Fine, then get to talking.
Gladly. And he is going to reach out to the plant life in here, and he is going to pull you through a tree with him to a different part of the observatory.
All right.
I want to use Mystic Redirection.
Okay, what does that do?
I'm going to use duplication as the power for it. I'm going to create a paper copy of Thornheart.
Okay,
As a defend action.
I'm reading your ability. When another hero in the yellow or red zone will take damage. So this isn't going to do damage.
It isn't going to do damage? Okay.
This isn't
Sorry,
gonna do
I tried to
damage.
help.
That's
No,
okay.
you're good. That's why I wanted to, that's why we checked the word.
It's
You're
all
good.
right.
He's going to do
We're
damage
good.
as he is pretty much hindering you, but he is going to pull you through and hinder you for just -1 for whatever you're going to do. But he yanks you through, and you guys feel yourself come out into another part of the observatory, probably one of the flower gardens outside. And as you two land, now that we're alone, you have no more help. Let's talk. I don't know how long either one of us is going to be alive or whatever the fuck I am now, but you left.
Technically, you left. You left our house. That is you leaving.
You left a long time before I left physically.
And it's not like it was easy. You expected me to stay the same when I got news that I was going to be gone in a few months. Not just gone, not left our home, not left the state, not left the country. Gone. And this beautiful life that I had built with you, that I had stood beside you and watched you become everything you ever wanted. And I prepared for a future that I then just found out was never gonna fucking happen. And you wanted me to stay the same? Be okay?
I wanted to spend the rest of the time we had together, whatever that looked like. I wanted your last moments to be happy, and if you had a plan to change that, you should have told me.
The only thing that ever would have made me happy was knowing that you would live to be happy. Not this stupid thing that was all I could imagine was you sitting beside a gravestone and mourning me for the rest of your life, and I couldn't let you do that. I couldn't. You had worked so hard to build a happy life, Micah, and I was about to ruin all of it in one swoop. And so when they offered me the treatment, I took it and I didn't talk to you about it because if it didn't work, I was dead either way. And so I needed you to think that that was the timeline we were working on. Those 3 months, I needed you to think I would be gone because I was terrified of giving you hope. I was terrified of giving myself hope.
And then you came back and you were changed, yeah, obviously. But you continued to push me away. You dove more into more in what you were and trying to figure this out and trying to help out the city that you weren't working on us anymore. You left me alone. You know that you're all I really have left in this world, and you were a stranger. you didn't just change physically. You were a completely different person.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What was scarier, giving you hope that I would be the same forever and I'd finally live, or telling you, hey, I'm gonna live, isn't that awesome? Except I'm not me anymore.
I think
I
I would
don't
have
eat, I
rather.
barely sleep, I drink water like it's my only life source, because it kind of is, besides the fucking sun. We used to hate being outside. Remember that time they tried to make us go on a hike and we were like, we're not nature gays? And we laughed about that for years. And now I am literally the epitome of a nature gay, Micah. I am the closest thing that a nature gay will ever fucking be.
I still think I would have preferred the version of you that we could have had. I would have rather you died the Thornheart, no, the McKinley I knew for all of this than become a freak. So,
You know what? Some
once
days
again,
I think I wish I would have died back then too.
don't worry, I'm gonna achieve that for you now. And the eyes go fully black as whatever consciousness of Micah recedes in the back of the mind.
God, I didn't want to ever have to do this.
What do you like to do, Mallory?
I'm gonna do backlash again. I think it only makes sense because McKinley, in a long time, has not felt so much like they deserve to be hurt than right now.
Okay. So plants, your status die, and close combat. And whatever your max die is will have a -1. But your min die will just be whatever the mid die is.
But I still get my +4 from earlier, right? So it's a +3 instead.
So yeah, so +3 instead. Yep.
Alrighty, so
So
10.
I will make his save now, just for reference. Okay.
You said plants, my status die, and what was the last one?
Close combat.
Close combat. Got it. Got an 8 as my middle die, so +3 is 11.
What was your max die?
Oh my max die.
Yeah,
my
it goes
max
off your
die.
max.
My max die was a 9.
Okay, so that's you did okay.
9 + 3.
How much damage do you take? I mean, it doesn't really matter because you're gonna be out of initiative in like 2 seconds, but
I take 3.
cool. So you take 3 damage, and what does it look like as you end Micah?
I think as I see kind of the last of Micah leave, those big blue eyes that I fell in love with so many years ago, I just stand for a second waiting to get hit, because part of me thinks Micah is near the end if their consciousness is sort of in the back, and I'm not sure I have the strength to do this. And when the hit never comes, I realize that it's maybe my only shot. And so I let all of these vines creep in from all these corners and slowly wrap Micah up, like starting at the legs and going around the chest and the neck. And it starts to squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. And as I see them struggle, part of me wants to let go so badly. But I let it hurt just a little harder and think maybe Micah can feel it inside, that it's like the last hug I'll ever give them until the last of the life is just gone.
And as you gasp out, as this pain also gets you in the crossfire of it, and Micah's body falls down, you start to see from Micah's finger as this like energy starts to recede, and the like obvious undead just starts to crumble back away. as Micah's one eye opens, a bright, brilliant blue, as a pink ring on his finger starts to glow. And Micah looks up at you. I knew I knew you could do it. I grabbed this before Necron took over. I think you need it more than I do. And he holds out a lit up star sapphire ring
And
to
I'll
you.
take it. Yeah, I'll take it. Thank you.
Love you, McKinley.
I love you, Micah. More than anything in the whole world.
And as the ring sets on your finger and Micah's last remains disintegrate into the ground, there is a flash of pink that fills the sky. Immediately dark and Dr. Blue both disintegrate. And you two are alone and your receptive fights end as you all hear a voice in your head and see the image of the fallen Green Lantern, Hal Jordan. And I'm going to play a clip now on the Twitch.
Okay.
3, 2.
Love burns. It's not a gentle breeze, but an all-consuming inferno. Necron wants you to feel hollow and alone when he comes. But if you remember and harness the love you have, and let that blaze take hold, then you can keep fighting. Love is never a weakness, and others aren't a liability. But they are where we draw our strength. A very important woman showed me that.
As this recording fades from your guys' minds, then settle down. Cut back to the air, where you are now alone as you see the suit plummet as you feel the body in this other suit that you were analyzing, Matt, just disappear. Can you roll me an alertness? Just roll me your alertness die until you get.
Oh no. Why? Page Y. So 2.
Cool.
Is it cool? I don't think it's very cool.
You're a hero, so we'll go from the villain side of this list that I have in front of me. Can you roll me a D4?
Okay. Whoa. Doesn't count because I dropped it. That's another 2. Something good happened when somebody else rolled multiple 2s.
You hear very high, unhinged laughter from behind you.
Oh, not you.
And you turn around to see, not dead, but in a full Black Lantern fit, the Joker, as you are grabbed by the throat and pulled through a portal. See you in 2 weeks,
A
Matt.
terrible punchline. Bye.
But before we go, we cut back to City Hall, where our lone person is, Roulette, as you follow this blood trail further into City Hall. You get to this last room, and you see an unconscious Tim Drake in full Red Robin gear, mask missing, very bad condition, and sitting at a desk nearby, a undead Barry Allen. And that's where we're going to cut tonight's episode. Cress and Matt are going to be the first two to be alone with an actual DC threat. Sure, it'll be fine, guys. But yeah, that was tonight for tonight's episode. Hopefully we will have Joe back with us next week. Matt will be out because of work schedule stuff, but we will see what happens with Matt and the Joker in a couple weeks. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure you're okay. You have your suit this time. None of you died. But let's go around in reverse order. Let's do outros, tell everyone where they can find you, anything you have working on that you would like to talk about. And since I probably made you cry the most in this session, Mallory, why don't you start us out?
Yeah, I was about to say, damn, that was so good though, and so fun. Hi, my name is Mallory. Some people on the internet know me as Moxie Blue. That's MOXXIEBLUE because I wanted to be different or something. You can find me in a lot of places. I always post on social media when I have games and things. Other than right here, you can find me as a part of Noirville playing Molly Meadows. And you can find me in a bunch of places in October for Roll for Wishes, which is a charity event that benefits Make-A-Wish. So I'll be running games for them over on Rediscovery RPG, which is the channel that I own. So if you want to be a part of those or help support in some way, reach out, let me know. I'm planning a couple of different one shots for them to like help raise money. So yeah, I think that's it. And if it's not it, my brain's fried because I cried. So guess what? For tonight it is enough, and that is it. And we're done.
So proud of you, Cress.
Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. First off, I have to save my situationships X next episode, apparently. Which is okay. But anyway, hi everyone. My name is Cress, also known as Cresselia.mp4, yes, like the Pokemon, on Instagram. And if you go there, you can find all my other cool stuff, like my other, I can't remember social medias right now. I'm still recovering from everything that happened this episode. But that's all I really have to plug. I love playing this game, and I love this wonderful cast. So go support all their cool stuff because they all make really cool stuff.
Perfect. Ark? You are muted. I think you... There you go.
Am I there now? Okay.
Now we can hear you.
Hello, everyone. I am Ark, or Arc-Light Court, your Gridmaster, Lighthouse Keeper, Lore Rider, Beacon onto all beacons. Tomorrow, over on my channel, is the final stream of Beacon Week, our community sub-gifting event that we do. Gifted subs or donations towards our Ko-Fi goal get you entry into getting signed copies of my 2 TTRPG books, Pocket World Anthology and Heroes. Other than that, yesterday was the first episode of Universe 939. Welcome to Haven Crest, featuring somebody on this wonderful gathering of people here, as well as many other amazing friends. Alternating Thursdays, you can find me on Eclipse 613's channel playing Orm, everyone's favorite ornery vampire barbarian, where we just got to a royal city that one of our players is the prince of, but his dad is secretly a furry lover and hates that his son also is, so he tried to banish him for it. It's a whole thing. It's wild and out there, but it's amazing, and I think you'll love it. Other than that, I will be at Mystic Con next month, the 24th and 25th, running panels, being a part of live play TTRPGs, and doing all sorts of things in the green Ninjetti Ranger costume the entire time since the community reached the goal for that to happen. So hope to see some of you there, if not all of you, or you can catch the videos of all those things later on.
What I'm hearing is I need to buy the pink Ninjetti costume now. So when I move out there, I'm ready. Perfect. Ray.
Hi, I'm Ray, otherwise known as the Ray Wilds. I exist on the internet and I am currently going through it. But you can actually catch me tomorrow on Madaloon's channel for another fun episode of for the good of society, where again I play a little troublesome boy named Percy. He's a problem child. And otherwise, like I said, I exist on the internet. Who knows where I'll be next? My friends say, "Come do this fun thing," and I go, "Sure." And here I am.
And then we traumatize you.
I do it to myself.
You do. Matt.
Hi, I'm Ark, also known as Arc Light Cord out there on the interwebs. I am the writer of the Pocket World Anthem. Oh wait, we're done with the copyright infringement. Hi, I'm Matt. I go by War Torn Knight out there on the interwebs. I am a professional GM on Start Playing. Um, sorry, Serenity. I see in the chat. Maybe that's hysterical. But yeah, professional GM on Start Playing. Mostly you will find me on To Be Diced Adventures or To Be Diced EDV on Twitch. You will also find me on Somebody's Heroes podcast every Tuesday for Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whole 9 yards, everywhere that you can find it. You can find me on Tabletop Misfits in their bi-weekly Sunday game for Power Rangers, which I believe we're done until November. Because that's how you say that in some language. Other than that, lots of things in the pipeline that will be coming shortly. Follow on all the socials and figure things out. And I will see you guys in 2 weeks.
Perfect. And of course, before we get to me, go follow Joe and through their socials again in the chat. They cannot make it tonight because of an injury, but they should be back next week. And we'll see what happened with the massive Eldritch fight in the sky. That's very scary. And then for me, I am Paige, aka Pluto Cleric, all over the internet, except for here and on YouTube, where it is Pluto's Underworld, where I'm the storyteller and producer. I'm a trans lesbian content creator on a quest to run every game in the known universe, which just means I want to play a lot of tabletop systems, and it's easier if I just run them all. Just fine. Other projects I'm going on, obviously, as Ark mentioned, on every other Tuesday now, I am playing a hero of my own, as I am playing the Mutant Pool, aka Kimmy Kent, in X-Men 939 over on Art Light Court's Twitch channel. She's a rich girl who's really out of her depth, so we'll see how that goes. Every other Thursday on Jamonte's channel, Eclipse 613 here on Twitch, I am in a One Piece 5e actual play. The next episode is actually tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central. And I am playing a, I guess was Merfolk, now more like Harpy-esque character, Scarlet Rabot, as she had a transformation last episode. But we also all got bodied by an enemy, so we're all pretty fucked up at the moment. It's probably fine. And then the only other thing I'm going on bi-weekly Sundays, which for these next 2 Sundays will be going on because we have to get our schedule realigned, I will be running a Vampire the Masquerade series called Chicago After Dark. It is a Camarilla stream, but we probably put together the worst coterie for to be in the Camarilla. It's fine. They're in the middle of a masquerade ball, and we've already had a bestial failure. One of our characters pissed off the Seneschal. Yeah, it's a lot, and they're like 20 minutes into the ball, so I'm sure it'll be okay. Nothing bad's gonna happen at all. But yeah, tune in for that Sunday. Beyond that, we will see you guys next week to see what the fallout all this is, and see if Crest survives the Flash. Night, everyone.
Good night.